I'm Wendy Needs, and I'm going to show you how to make a heart with flowers around it with watercolors. One way to draw a heart is to fold a piece of paper in half and then start sort of part way down. You can measure maybe with 3 fingers, and then you're going to go up and around to the bottom. So you can go up, you're making like a hill, and then maybe put a dot where you want to end and go to the end, and then you can cut that out. I placed my heart on my watercolor paper, and now I'm going to trace it. You can fill the outside of your heart with anything that you want. It could be circles or swirls. I did flowers, and I'm going to show you how to draw some of them. I chose sort of 3 different kinds of flowers. I chose a poppy, so that's the poppy shape. You start with a circle and you just do a wiggly woggly line around. And then I chose sort of like a Gerba daisy, which is a circle, and you do petals all the way around that are long. And then you add some petals around to fill in the gaps like that. And I did also a rose. So I'll show you how to do the rose one. So you start, for the rose, you start with a circle in the center, and then you just start adding petals. So and then with this one you start part way through and around, part way and around. And you can make these sort of wobbly as well. Like you can wiggle your pencil. So I would suggest doing this with pencil first, the way I did it, and then you can outline with your markers. And then I added in leaves. There's a leaf there. So basically, the thing to think about with when you're filling in your heart is to do flowers of different sizes and shapes. And to make sure it's not just like one flower in a row, you want to do some where there's groupings of flowers to make it more interesting. Okay, enjoy creating. You can leave it just like this in black and white, or you can color it with markers or pencil crayons, or I'm going to show you how to use watercolors. I'm using Jane Davenport watercolors, but you can use any watercolors you have. You can even use this Crayola set, I find is really good as well. And I have an aqua brush, so the water is inside of there, but just use any sort of thinner brush that you have, and I'll show you some tricks. So I'll show you wet on wet. So I'm going to fill this in with water first. These violets, you can see the water squeezes out. That's quite a lot of water there. So, and then I'm going to get some purple, and I'm going to put it right in the center, and then it should spread out everywhere. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Yeah. Just let those spread out, and I'm going to do one that's yellow to make it more interesting. There we go. We'll just let that do its thing. And then I'm going to do maybe a yellow. You can kind of pick the colors that you want to do for your flowers. Like I'm going to stick to sort of yellows, purples, and pinks, I think. You can do whatever colors you want. So with these ones, the petals in behind are darker, so I'm just going to mix a little bit of yellow with purple, because purple is opposite to yellow on the color wheel, and just made it a little darker. So any petals behind are a little darker, and you can do darker in the center as well. Just make it a little darker, and then it will show up more like that. And then with the roses, I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna do like a pink color. So with the roses, you fill the whole thing, and then wherever the petal attaches, it's a little darker. So I'll show you. So there, I filled in the whole thing, and now I'm just gonna use less water, and wherever the petals attach, I'm just gonna make it a little darker. You can also wait till it dries to do that as well. Just like so. Okay, enjoy painting your flowers. Here is the finished painting. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like and a comment. Happy creating!